that.
Right. Oh, shit. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, there was that little counting thing. You're stupid. Yes.
What's new?
Huh?
What's new?
It's all me now. I hate you guys. It's funny because this always happened to me.
Okay,
like,
no, wait. I have something. I want to know. What's your intake on my teacher
wait,
here?
Wait. First, you have to introduce yourself.
Okay.
So,
should I use my name?
use
my
an
real name?
alias.
No.
Alligator one.
I'm Skittles.
You're stupid.
I'm Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
That sounds like your professional porn name. You're stupid. Okay, so my name is Raul Gonzalez.
How serious?
Right? I was like, hey, I'm addicted to crystal meth. I'm not. Stupid. People looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Well, I look like I'm addicted to crystal meth sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, this is my podcast. This is supposed to be the intro to what will be my podcast, which is entitled Life as It Happens. Don't judge me on the name. If I find something better or something catchier, then fuck this name and then I'll change it to the other name.
Edited.
Yes, we're going to edit
later
a bunch of shit out. Like Skittles' porn name.
I like my name.
Like soft porn.
Okay, well, you can call me the Black Skittles then if you don't want to make it too soft.
That still sounds like porn name.
Oh my god.
B Skittles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shit. Yeah, I should have thought this shit out, but like always, I don't think shit out. I just do it. I just jump in blindly.
It's
and
actually
then...
when the best times happen, when you don't think shit out.
That's true. That's also how I end up like getting tossed over the fucking pier, and I end up like running from the cops and shit because I didn't think shit out. like fuck, I should have thought this out through. Thought this through. Damn it.
Whatever.
Yeah, you get it. You get what I'm saying.
I get the point.
Obviously, as you can hear, we're somewhere outside because you can hear the cars and the heels of the hookers that just passed by. Mm-hmm. Well, they look like hookers, so, you know.
Floozies.
Yeah, floozies. Because we're in 1960? You floozy?
The floozies.
You're stupid.
The floozies of Hollywood.
Right? It's funny because the majority of prostitutes in Hollywood are guys, black men, which tells you a lot about how horny people get here. Because, you know, there's that demand, supply and demand. So if there's like a bunch of men in Hollywood late at night dressed up as women, there's a demand for that. So
surprisingly, some of them look better than actual women do.
Yeah, some. Yeah.
There's some that you cannot.
Some just look like bodybuilders.
Yes.
Like, here, take my money.
There's some
just
that
don't
actually
take
look like real women, and they look better, and they dress better and wear those heels better than we do.
Yeah, there's some guys that can walk on heels better than women. Mm-hmm. Some women, not all women. Some of y'all can do backflips and fucking run the treadmill with fucking heels. But shower in heels, like you have shower heels. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we're like, it says we're 99 bars in, which probably means like a minute or so into it, maybe more. I don't know. It's counting in bars. Like, I'll get all this shit fixed eventually. I get it together. This is just like my first swing at my podcast. And to let you guys know, no, I have no structure, no blueprint. It's just life as it happens, like I said.
Just sitting out here.
Cold.
In Hollywood.
Cold. In Narnia.
Watching the floozies.
Yes. Watching these hoes drinking. Which actually, I was talking to Camilla, and I was telling her that my signature for this podcast, obviously not here because you don't do drugs, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do heroin, you don't, you don't do any weird shit that I know of, or at least noticed. you've done. Um, but everyone else, I'm gonna buy a bottle of tequila, like 1800 or like Patron, and all my guest speakers or like guests in my podcast, I'm gonna give them a shot. To loosen them up or whatever. Hopefully, it's
It
not
would
some
work.
weird shit. Yeah.
It would work.
Sandy actually, you'll eventually hear on the podcast, but she's supposed to. She's like, just roll me a blunt. Which I told her, I'm like, okay, well, you can bring your blunt and
That
smoke
too.
it, but it's for everyone who wants to know or is curious. Skittles is my best friend. We've known each other for way too long, and
11 years and counting.
no, it's like 12.
It's been more than 11 years. I know. That's why I said it's counting.
It's like 9 years, but it's a hell of a lot longer than 9 years. We're gonna say 9, 12, something.
It's been 12.
It's been like 50 years that I've known you. It feels like an eternity.
It's enough.
It feels like an eternity being my friend.
It's enough.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't smoke. She doesn't drink. It's not that she can't handle her liquor, because she, like, once upon a time, she'll like throw back some tequila shots and she can hang. It's not appealing to her. It's
like
not appealing
one.
to you, right?
1 or 2.
Yeah. It's not appealing to you. There's no like, oh.
I don't know how much one shot would loosen me up, but yeah.
No, some people are like, you're like, here, drink this. Like, woo! What was in that shit? And they're running around naked. And it's like water, sugar.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's like it's not even liquor, dude. It was like a alcohol-free beer.
Smirnoff.
Yeah, it's like smeared off, and they're like ass naked, just like running around, like, we're going streaking, kind of shit. But yeah, well, Skittles is not like that. It's actually, yeah, like, short of your like fascination with knives and cutting people.
I have a knife collection.
Yeah, and like
having a knife collection.
Yeah, having a knife collection that like you can throw a knife at someone and just kill them from like 4 miles away. Other than that, you're pretty normal.
Yeah.
Work a 9 to 5, go to school, have your own car already. Congratulations on that.
Yay.
So anyone who sees her on the street, crash into her.
No. It took me too long. Way too long.
Yeah, right. The 5 years felt like about 15 again.
It was more than 5.
It was like 5.5.
It was
maybe?
6.
Yeah, about 6. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It felt like it.
So she drives a silver Mercedes. we're gonna say she drives a Bugatti, a red Bugatti.
Motorcycle.
Right. No, not Ducati, Bugatti. Bugatti, there's a big difference. Like the bike's like 15 grand. The car is like 2.5 million for a car that has a double engine for the double key thing, which is like handmade by blind albino midgets or some shit like that. That's why it costs so fucking much. But yeah, well, yeah, if you see her on the street or on the traffic, just crash into her. She's got good insurance.
Really?
Maybe. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, we were just talking about a lot of stuff that
you were talking because you're talking.
Yeah, I talk a lot. I talk a lot. My mom fucked up, and she taught me how to talk. And anybody who
that's
met
an
me,
important skill, believe it or not. I wish I could talk a lot.
Not like me though. Like I just talk.
No. But argue, like able to argue with people, that's hard. It's difficult sometimes.
Not really. Just be obnoxious. I'm fucking annoying when it comes. I don't even. Well, someone would say, well, like, let's say, like Chris Rock said in like one of his specials. He said it's weird because you're a girl. Like he said, guys have a handicap to make sense when they argue. They need to like argue facts. Like, oh no, I was here at 3 a.m. and you were there at 5 a.m. and where the fuck you been? And
Isn't
like
that
for
women?
No,
Like,
no.
don't women have like times and like dates for everything?
Well, sometimes, but then it's like when you're beating them at like an argument, it's like, nah, I was at 5 a.m. I was coming home at 5 a.m. because you forgot my anniversary gift in '98. It's like, I didn't know you in '98. Well, see, you weren't looking for me hard enough. It's like some weird random shit. Like they won't make, like he said, like Chris Rock said, he said, women won't let a little something like common sense and reality stop or fuck up their argument. Which I've met a lot of women that reality has nothing to do with their argument or when they open their mouth. But yeah. But I've also met a lot of guys who don't know what the fuck they're doing. And mind you, warning you, I use a lot of cuss words. It's not because I can't articulate very well, because I can carry, believe it or not, I can carry a conversation without cussing. I just choose not cuss. Like when I refer to bitches, I don't mean women. I mean bitches. Bitches is a
overall, just overall.
Yeah, it's an attitude. It's a behavior, I guess, how people carry themselves. Because it's like there's male bitches. I know a lot of them. Yeah. Where you just kind of look at a guy and you're like, bitch.
You're just not gonna point.
We'll change names sometimes. You won't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
But there are male groupies, male bitches, and just strange people overall. We're at, 286 bars? 7,
Wow.
8 bars. This is like a freestyle, I guess. Okay, so...
And then we get to the end of it and find out we didn't record anything.
Right? Oh, remember that shit that happened with Shaw?
Yeah.
Where it was like... a while back, like I was recording for a mixtape, and like all these random like instrumentals kept going on, and I was just freestyling. I was kidding, and I'm like, oh son, I was on my Tupac.
The only time where you actually didn't make a mistake and it didn't get recorded.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and I killed it.
It's like that one time where we went to the Hollywood sign and forgot the camera in the car.
Oh yeah, Shaw forgot the camera in the car, and I was like, motherfucker. And we haven't been to, actually since then. I think maybe when we apologize, we may be the reason why it's illegal to go to actually hike to the sign, because
you gotta say who Shaw
got
is,
there.
Because they don't know who Shaw is. Shaw is one of our best friends.
Oldest
best friend, also known as Toaster.
Or Shaw. Shaw. Oh well, her government name is not Shaw. Some people think I call her Sean, but I call her Shaw because the backstory to that is that, I had her for, I think it was like PE, and she always thought that I didn't know her name, and so, not knowing me, unfortunately, at the time, and how big of a dick I can be, she first cuss word. Well, no. No, forget it. Yeah, I've been cussing. She didn't know what an ass I can be, so...
And then came the history of all the nicknames you ever called her.
Yeah. She was like...
Nene.
Yeah, it was like, what was my name? Like, any really racist, like, black... Well, she's black, by the way. Half black, half white. Or blackish, I guess? Whatever.
She's got some white in her.
Yeah.
Laquanda.
Yeah, like she was like, what's my name? And I was like, Laquanda. What's my name? Tyrone. What's my name? Tyrone. What's my name? Shaniqua. And so I never called her by her name, but I actually do know her name, which I will never let her know. And if she listens to this podcast, I still don't know your name. I'm lying. But I Shaniqua, Shaw was like short for Shaniqua, so I just called her Shaw. And that's kind of
stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck with her.
Now we just kind of forget her actual real name.
Yeah.
And just call her Shaw.
I think it's on her driver's license. It's like Shaw. Right? So yeah, her and I met, and then shortly after, maybe like 6 months after, I met Skittles, and then Shaw met Skittles separately. She began to stalk her.
She was my friend before. No. She was your friend before she was my friend.
Yeah. So
I invited her to lunch once, and she never left after that. She just followed me everywhere. and
She
that's
was
how
like
we
your
became friends.
creepy bodyguard, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, you
I
remember
had another
Shadow?
yeah, I had another stalker in high school. We called her my shadow because she would always be there. Like you turn the corner and she would be there. So she became my shadow.
It's like you got into a bathroom stall, there was no paper, and then all of a sudden she like handed you paper from under the next stall. I was like, okay.
That was pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why I tell you have to put up your like social skills, because you really don't want to be that person. You don't want to end up being that person. It's like, it's so hard for me to make friends that like you're my friend, I'm gonna handcuff myself to your car. Like, don't ever leave me, right? Yeah, you don't want to be that person.
No.
So,
mostly everybody's gone. We're the only ones here.
Right? Yeah.
I don't see any more people.
That's okay, because then it's like less people, less noise. I mean, like, you can kind of hear the cars passing by. So,
I'm going to have an intellectual moment here for a second.
You laughed.
My teacher believes that the Minoan civilization is actually the people known from Atlantis. I don't know if I believe that, but the Minoans were, I guess you could say, sea people, and they were like way more advanced for their time. I mean, literally, like these people had flushing toilets and sewer systems back in like way back, many years from now. Many years back.
From
many years back.
Back then.
Back then.
Okay, I will let you slide on that one.
What's your intake?
First, it's random. I know you're trying to put substance in this podcast. You're like, oh, by the way, you've only been to the moon like 4 times.
I just want to know your intake.
That's it. Like the Boston Tea Party, just random facts, like moment. So.
Well, it came to mind. I just want to know.
Okay. I might actually make that a segment, like somewhere randomly in my podcast. I'm just gonna stop people and be like, hey, and just hit them with a fact.
That's what you need. You need questions.
Well, yeah. Sometimes
you need random questions to ask
sometimes
people,
questions,
and then people to give you answers.
Well,
makes it interesting.
I've studied a lot of stuff. Believe it or not, I've studied a lot of civilization. I used to study a lot about like Mayans, Egyptians, Aztecs, Incas, like with different Chinese, Korean, Japanese families, dynasties, stuff like that. Ivan the Terrible, all these people, and like, because I like to know where everything came from. Just like they credit Aztecs for the number 0, like. Yeah, the number 0. It was like they invented the number 0, which is like they needed something to represent the absence of substance or the absence of value. And they were the first ones to, well, one of the first ones to have like aqueducts and stuff like that, like irrigation system for a lot of things. And
it's just funny. I find it funny how civilizations back then seem to be more advanced, or they were more advanced back in their time without having so much technology than we are now. Like today we like need so much technology to get around, but back then they were able to do so many things without the use of such technology.
Yeah, that's funny.
And that is very interesting to me. Like how were they able to make such like monuments without the use of any kind of technology? For example, like the pyramids. Like, how did they make that,
That's some hand-built shit.
Yes. I mean, those were some huge, like, monolithic, like, rocks or stones.
No, yeah. It would take... Well, the thing was that people kept saying, like, for the time it would take to build one, it didn't make sense. Like... It was like, if we lived to be 100 years old, right? And a pyramid took a solid, like, 50, 70 years to build, with, like, that, like, the the manpower that they had, which is basically a whole nation building one pyramid, then the time like since before like a pharaoh was born or the moment he was born, they started building a fucking pyramid for him, and and stuff like that. But the thing is this. I jump around in questions and stuff. So I'll go back and forth, but like to add to what you were saying, it's like yeah. The thing is this: they were advanced because they seem more advanced because like they built stuff that was necessary. You know what I mean? It was like okay, well for like the Aztecs, it was just like they built their land on like swamp, on like some kind of swamp like territory or place or whatever. And so they had to be smart about it. They had to be smart, and they had to, figure out how you're gonna bring the food, how are you gonna, keep everything clean, how are you gonna feed your people, and like when winter comes, when summer's around, when all this stuff comes around. So all they were interested in was survival. Once we got very good, or like once our society or mankind, humankind got good at surviving, then they became bored, and so then it was luxuries, because back then a luxury was like okay, you had the best built tent, you know what I mean, and it's like okay, now to have a house is like to have the most modern house isn't the priority for anybody, because everybody has it. Well, mostly everybody has a house here, at least in the United States.
I feel like back then it was survival of the fittest type of thing. Like the technology that we have now hasn't improved us as we think it has. More kind of has like digressed our civilization because it's made us weaker,
dumber, more dependent.
We are more dependent on technology rather than when a person is put in a difficult situation, you start to critical think and you start to find different ways of doing certain things. But technology has kind of ruined that for us. We're no longer able to critical think as much as we were back then.
You know what I just realized? There's no more monumental, well, at least not for the time being. There's no more monumental things that happen, like even in war, because like before you were at war with a nation, there was really no phones. It was like telegraph. It was like you sent a bird messenger or like a fucking like a regular messenger. Wow, really? Okay.
Well, life as it happens.
Yeah. Right? So there's no more like, somebody intercepted like a messenger or an important message from like the United States, and so it shifted the entire war. Nobody got pinned down. It's like everybody is technologically advanced. So that's what it was. It was like for war, even though we do wage war on people, war doesn't go anywhere anymore because we all have that nuclear deterrent in our lives or with people where it's like Russia has nuclear weapons, we have nuclear weapons. Was it North Korea?
Yes,
North Korea has nuclear weapons, I think, or they're making nuclear weapons, whatever it is. And it's like, okay, if you shoot off nuclear weapons to the United States, you're gonna fuck everybody, everyone. It's not just them or just us.
Which is why everybody's reacting against.
Yeah, so that's why everybody is pointing a gun to each other. And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if everybody blows the shit out of everyone else, then we literally just extinct the entire fucking race, and then we kind of nuke ourselves back into fucking Stone Age or whatever. Like whatever survives is just gonna be something different, and if we ever
survival mode.
Yeah, well, it will either survive or there'll be mutants or frogs with like fucking 14 legs and 2 eyes or 1 eye and 3 tongues or something like that.
And what's worse now is that people don't know how to react anymore. Like we have, let's say for example, like a blackout, and people don't know. People start to panic. They don't know how to react anymore without all the stuff that we have now, all the technology that we have now.
Yeah, you remember before, like when we were younger, I don't know if you had that in your school because I still hadn't met you, but um, like I remember for like my elementary school, all your elementary schools were like, oh, have some candles, have a blanket, have two pails of like 2 little gallons of water or something like that, and so a couple of canned foods. And now it's like I remember canned foods. From what I remember, canned foods used to last years. You said like 4 or 5 years you could have it. And now like I've looked at canned goods and they're like, oh, it'll expire in like a year and a half. It doesn't last as long. And I can't remember the last time, maybe because I haven't been in school for a while, but I can't remember the last time anyone, like, even going, like, as we progress, like, middle school, high school, I don't remember or hearing anybody saying, hey, you know what, you need to put this away, you need to put that away. It's like, oh my God, no, nobody's really fucking prepared for anything anymore. Nobody. It's like, earthquake comes, it's like, oh my God, what the hell are we going to do?
So when chaos comes, people start to panic, and we have people stealing and destruction everywhere.
Yeah, that's the funny shit. It's like if an earthquake, like a fucking 10 point or 11 point something earthquake, just like pretty much that would devastate like the entire city. Everybody's first mindset is like, let's loot. Let's go and get a fucking TV. Hey, I need a laptop. I need this. I need that. And then they go and they'll like steal it. They'll go and it's like, really, Dick? Like your first reaction to your city getting hit and damn you're like going into the ocean is, I need a big screen TV. Like, where the fuck are you gonna plug it in? And I noticed something, and somebody made a good point a long time ago. It's like, when was the last time you saw a payphone? Landlines, everybody knows when there's an earthquake or something, landlines are the only ones that work. And before, everybody used to have a home phone. Now nobody does, because it's like, my cell phone is my home phone, my work phone, my contact phone, my private phone.
Your everything. You have your whole life on your cell phone.
Yeah. So I tell people, write shit down. Like, I have in a piece of paper somewhere, I have it in my memory, like your number written down, no, not my dad's.
I have that somewhere too.
Important people.
I have that somewhere too.
I have important people's numbers written down or just memorized and stuff, and I know how to get to places.
I had that stuff too. It's happened once already where I lost my phone and I had no one to contact.
Yeah.
So now I write everything down.
Yeah, you have to have it somewhere and everything. It's like I told Menace one time, and by the way, Menace is your boyfriend.
Skittles' boyfriend.
Yeah, Skittles' boyfriend. Her man Candy. By the way, she's like molesting him because he's like 14 years younger than her.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, we'll get it eventually in another podcast. We'll get into that, but
yeah. Let's not get
of her, like, she's touched on more little boys than a Catholic priest.
No.
Yeah,
no.
but. Well, one little boy. You just kind of got stuck on one little boy.
Just one.
You're stupid. But, like, that makes it any better. Like, no, I don't touch a lot of little boys. Just one. So...
he's young, but I'm legally able to
touch on
date him.
Touch on him.
Of legal age people. I'm
sure.
not molesting like he says.
You're molesting him.
Of legal age.
You were graduating, like, high school when he was born.
Oh. No, he's not that young.
Almost middle school, actually. You were in middle school when he was born.
He's getting there.
Right? Middle school?
He wasn't. I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
Right. Okay. Anyway, so what the hell was I talking about?
I don't know. Life as it happens.
No, you're stupid. Okay, so damn it, man. I really hate this shit. No, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh, we're talking about landlines, right? So everything that oh no. There you go. I was telling you about I was saying that Menace, like your boyfriend, like I told him, I'm like, I have stockpiled of like water, toilet paper, cause yeah, if there's like a zombie apocalypse, the last thing you want to do is like be wiping your ass with your finger or clothes or something. Like, might as well have fucking toilet paper. It kind of makes it not that bad. It's like, yeah, all my friends and family are dead or zombies, but at least I don't have to wipe my ass with my hands, you know. But I have like stockpile like toilet paper, water, canned goods and stuff like that. I have that, so he knows. He told me, he was like, "Zombie apocalypse, man. I know where to find you."
I think I know what you need to do.
Huh?
I think you need to walk around with this, and like every people you have a conversation with, just like record it, because it's life as it happens, and you don't have time to prepare. It just happens.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
It'll make you'll be surprised. It'll be interesting. It's unplanned. That's what you need to do.
I've never. It's funny because people tell me like, well, you know, like Lilo tell me like, um, for someone who just dives in and doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, you have like plan A through B. I mean A through Z, but you don't know what it is. It's like sometimes I suspect you make shit up as you're falling. Like you get tossed out of a building and you start making all these plans up like as you're falling, as you're free falling. Which is like you're either the most lucky person in the world, you're just a very good critical thinker as you're getting tossed out of a building, or like the building rooftop or some shit. But yeah, like I don't plan shit. I don't. A lot of people, and you know what? I'm insulted. I am insulted because a few people that I have dated in my life have accused me of the worst thing possible. They have accused me.
Cheating?
Oh no, not cheating. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that fucking subject, but it's anyway. But they have accused me of premeditating things that I do. You've known me for forever, dude. For the longest time.
How is that a bad thing?
When the fuck do you know me to plan anything? Ever? Like when I've actually done.
How is that a bad thing?
It's not, but it's like it almost seems like an attack on my character because whenever I've tried to plan stuff, like okay, like let's say like I'm gonna take like, you know, like Little John and Kitty to the beach or something, right? And I'm like, okay, we're gonna go on Tuesday. You know, I'm gonna pack their stuff. I'm gonna go and take them. It rains on Tuesday, and they're like Little John has something in the school, or like something else, or like he gets sick, or like Kitty ends up in a hospital, or you know. By the way, they're my kids.
His two monsters.
Yeah, my two monsters. They're monsters. They're just hyper.
They are.
They don't eat any sugar, but you would think they were like sniffing
naturally
it like Coke.
Hyper.
Yeah, they would just like sniff it like Coke. You'd think they'd be on sugar or something, but they're not. They're just really hyper. But whenever I plan stuff, it never happens. It never ever goes the way I plan it. Like it'll just fall apart slowly, or it'll
always
just
does. That's like a trend. It always happens
right?
to me too.
For me, no.
I plan things. I can plan things and they don't come out right. But whenever I don't plan things like a trip or something and it just happens, it's nice.
Right?
You don't have to worry about it. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? The only thing that I plan or that I have to have like that's a necessity is like just the money. The money. And then like everything else, like if you have a budget, you have gas and money or gas money, then that's cool. Like
how far are we now?
816 bars.
Which is
like 30 minutes or so. That's
wow.
Fine. That's the most I've gotten you talking. Mostly it's me.
It's you mostly.
It's like 5 minutes of you, 25 minutes of me.
Yeah.
I
just put my input.
You
talk and I talk.
You're trying. You'll get better at it. So, okay. So, it's just money. Like, I'll carry money and then I'll just leave. Like, I literally walk out the door. I don't plan my day. And this is the thing that, like, frustrates the shit out of people. And the funny thing is that, like, sometimes it's something that intrigues people. Because I'm just like, okay, fuck it. Let's go. Or, like, you've seen, like, I've told you before, like, okay, today I'm going to do this, this, and that. And then when you, like, hit me up, like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm punching a whale. And you're, how the fuck are you, why? Where, why? Like, why are you punching a whale? I was like, it was on my way.
Which you have done.
I have done. I punched a whale.
By the way, it was on his bucket list.
I punched a whale. And now currently, Menace and I, it's on our both our bucket list. Our bucket list uh, is to find and punch a bear.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, you know what John told me today? He was like, "Dad, can we go camping?" I'm like, "Sure, we go camping."
Yosemite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He told me he's like, camping and have a bonfire and like marshmallows and stuff, and we can find a bear, fight him, and eat
That's
him.
not gay at all.
Stupid. It's nice, my son, dumbass.
Marshmallows.
Well, yeah, that's it. Well, he told me he's like, we'll find a bear, fight it, and eat it. I was like, okay, that's pretty like specific, man. And he's like, Dad, how do you eat a bear? I'm like, he's like, do you skin it and eat it? I'm like, yeah,
Surprised.
you kind of do. I was like, all right, cool. See, I have someone.
Surprised he knows the word skin it.
Well, sometimes we watch like the Discovery Channel or like
No,
Natural
that's what he
Geographic.
should be
He
watching.
loves all that stuff. He does. He loves animals. He loves all He loves a lot of different things. But so yeah, like back to that. I don't plan things. I'll like plan to go to the movies and then I'll end up like kidnapping the vice president or something. I don't know. It comes up like shit comes up and I always go, yeah, why not? I'm always down for it for most part. Um, it just it's just stuff that comes up and I'm always up for it. I'm always ready for it. Even when I'm not ready, I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
I like life. I love life. How's it going? I love life. I like how's it going? Life
Life
as
as
it
it
happens.
happens.
I like. I'm a jack of all trades. Like always, like oh well. Skittles, you're right. I'm gonna edit that. Skittles like school. Well, she
I
doesn't.
like facts, people.
Yeah, she likes facts,
I'm a
stuff
facts
like that.
person.
Yeah, she's like get my degree, get my master's degree, make a lot of money,
I like to do things in order.
and I'm more
Although
like
life doesn't happen in order,
it
I
does
do
not.
like to do things in order, and it's hard sometimes to realize that it doesn't happen the way you plan it.
Yeah. Me, I'm more like you better be successful because I'm gonna leech off your success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's my 4K one. It's my 4K one. Yeah, right. 4K one. Yeah. 401K.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck. It is.
401k.
Yeah, whatever. 401K. 401K plan is like make sure she's successful and then I'll leech off her forever. So but yeah, like I know how to do pretty much almost everything, from shooting a gun and jumping out of a building or a plane or submarine or whatever the hell it is, to tracking to was it carpenting, um, what's it called, construction, um, driving a motorcycle, racing cars, racing motorcycles, throwing knives, bow and arrows, sharpshooting, a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't think I would know, but I do. Just I've always been open to no homo, not any weird stuff, but I mean like
New things.
yeah, new
We'll
things,
call it
just
new
not
things.
weird shit, not that weird shit,
All right.
So, but I think we're almost getting to 1,000 bars, which
Let's wrap it up.
yeah, I'm not sure how.
How long that is?
How long
I'm
that
thinking
is.
it's about 30 minutes.
Probably
Maybe
about
more.
30 minutes. I have to make sure that I do not delete this.
You have to cut it in sections.
Probably no, because I think like YouTube lets you upload up to like 30 minutes now. But yeah, I have to definitely cut it in sections, and I have to see like I have to do it in a format from like what a friend of mine was telling me. I have to do this in a format and like to submit it to iTunes to get it to like start my podcast with like a picture, which I'm gonna put like a sexy ass picture of me. That'll be my podcast picture. But yeah, so this is my first try, so don't judge me. I am the epitome of evolution. I will adapt and evolve, and it will get better and
It will
better.
get better, people.
At least the quality of the sound and less people around maybe. But I'm still gonna be the same smart ass, and my views won't change. I won't get better. People pray for me, but it doesn't work. It just, you know. But okay, well, uh, this is my first intro and my first podcast, and I'm Raul Gonzalez, and I'm
And
not
Skittles, people.
yeah, and
Skittles.
Skittles, and I'm not addicted to crystal meth like I said I was before. I lied sometimes. I don't lie, believe it or not. But that's another subject. That's another subject. Shut up. I don't lie. Um, I don't know. I don't always.
Contrary to what people might
Yeah,
think,
might think I
you
don't.
don't lie too often.
You're an
Not
idiot.
too often.
No, I tell people I'm not lying to you if I don't need to tell you everything about my life. You know, it's like if I shot someone today, you didn't ask me.
You just failed to provide all the information.
Hey, I only answer the questions that are asked to me. And some of them are like, oh, you don't kind of need to know because you're going to turn to accessory to murder. So, you know, that. But, well, okay, this is life as it happens. And before another car pulls up and starts honking and more hookers pass by. And I think they're doing something else across the street.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, well.
There's something going on.
Officially 1,006,
Five.
7 bars. Okay, so, all right, well, till next time.
Bye.
Wait. Wait
for it. It's not over yet.
There you go. So my exit.
Oh yeah. I get around.
We're bobbing our heads like, oh, son.